Hey, it's Betsy back with the CGS Q&A with my other boss, Tracy Weston, and he's going to answer a question from Mrs. who asks, suppose the president dies, so the VP steps in to become president. Who will substitute as the ex-VP? The ex-VP, now president, should appoint someone, and it's done. How is the process to appoint a new VP? My best wishes to CGS, that's us, for what we're doing here, and congratulations. So, Tracy, what's the answer?
Well, how do we get a new VP when the old VP dies or resigns? It's a good question. In the original Constitution, they forgot to provide for that. So what happened was when the vice president died or went away for some reason, the position just stayed vacant until the next election.
Has that happened?
That has happened, yes. But finally in 1967, the 25th Amendment was passed and it provided for this. And the 25th Amendment says that if there's a vacancy in the vice president, the president appoints a replacement, and that appointment has to be approved by a majority vote of both the House and the Senate. So that's the new procedure, and that's actually been followed. For the first time when Spiro Agnew resigned, he was vice president under Nixon, Nixon appointed Gerald Ford. Then when Nixon resigned and Gerald Ford became president, Gerald Ford appointed Nelson Rockefeller. So that's how we fill the vacancy of a vice presidency today.
Well, what happens if something happens to the president?
Well, that's a whole different thing. If something happens to the president, then the vice president takes over and appoints a new vice president to fill his old position, and that appointment has to be approved by both the House and the Senate by a simple majority.
Okay, well, hopefully Misesatbest, we didn't miss and we answered your question, and keep the questions coming. Thanks a lot for all of the congratulations.